Hey guys, Jess from Knockout Print Shop, and today I'm going to do a little just planner chat, talk to you about how I've been using my Makselife daily, talk to you about my announcement I made on Facebook and Instagram that Knockout Print Shop and myself are leaving social media, and I'm going to show you some of our new releases that are coming out tomorrow, Friday the 18th of February. So let us start with the planner. I don't even remember what I talked about in my last video. It's one problem of doing videos every other week, but I just wanted to kind of show you where I'm at with how I'm using my Makselife daily and realizing I need to buy another one because these are 3 months old. 3 months, planners only last 3 months, and I'll be in March next month. Okay, so here is my month view. I am staying with one color per month. I think I talked about that in the last video. We do show you, this is one of our new releases. We do make this style, which is more like in the Makselife font and kind of in the same vein and all of that. But we just released these guys. Wait, missing one. Transparent stickers for the month. So you get these, there's 4 different fonts. This is kind of like a farmhousey handwritten non-script font. We have more of a handwritten script font, a typewriter font, and a more the scriptiest of the fonts. So these will be available tomorrow. So anyways, tried that out. I do like how that looks. So I've been using my monthly. Dated it with our circle dots, or date dots, or date, whatever you want to call them. I've been putting in any time-sensitive things. I'm teaching an entrepreneur class twice a week at my job, put in on the other events we have at my job. The holiday, I have been writing in when we move our animals in here, and then I will then transfer that to my Makselife, the flagship planner. In the last video, I did talk about how I was using both of those together. And the sidebar I just kind of used randomly this month to know which week I was doing a video, which week I was doing new releases, and when we were having a sale. This is not, I don't like using it. This didn't work because I didn't even do it. We're doing the new release this week. We didn't do it last week. Anyways, that's how I'm using my monthly. Okay, don't really use the month goals because I'm doing all of that in the bigger Moxie. I am putting weekly goals in here now, and I know in the beginning of the year when I was talking about planners and what I was going to use and if I was going to goal set, I was kind of like, nah, I'm not going to do the goal thing. Well, now I'm doing the goal thing, and I do like it. I'm just like not putting any pressure on myself, and I've started to learn a few things about how to set myself up for success with my weekly action steps. So these action steps are based on my monthly goals in my Makselife bigger 7x9 planner, which are then based on my bigger annual goals. But what I'm finding out is less is more, like moral of the story with every video that I make and my whole philosophy, that I'm finding in certain categories when I put more than one thing down, I have a tendency to just have to bump it over to the next week. So like, for example, I put look into doctors and dentists, and I did one of the two and bumped it over, and you're going to see I've bumped this dentist thing over a few times. Same with here with our homestead stuff. So you can see where the arrows are, the things that got bumped over to the next week because I just put too much stuff on that list. Okay, so that's how I'm using that. So this was the first week of February. I really hope I didn't already show you guys this in the last video. And it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had a coffee, and I'm like super, like probably talking really fast because I don't usually have double coffee, meaning I usually have my latte in the morning and that's it, and I had one in the afternoon and I'm gonna pay for this dearly. So anyways, if I'm talking fast, I apologize. So here's what I got for the first week. Used our little day of the week covers. Didn't really use the week views, still not sure how I'm gonna do that, but I pretty much have this down to a science as far as my daily. I've got my little 2-tone strip here, write in the date, divided into 3 sections, work, to do, and home. Again, I still need to make Matt make me one of those that says business or KOPS because to do just doesn't prompt me to think that's the print shop. And then I have my schedule section. Another thing I need to do, I've been trying to use up the strips I have that start at 6 a.m. I don't need them to start at 6 a.m. I need them to start at like 9. So that's why I'm having to bump down here to handwrite in this one. So I need to make a note of that. So this is basically how I've been using my planner. You can see I do use this bottom to take notes if it's something about the farm or something at work and a meeting that happened. I like that. You can see this isn't pretty, it isn't fancy, anything like that. Each day was a different color. And Saturday and Sunday, like I think I said before, I don't put any stickers on because I don't really use it. This was last week, and same thing. you can see when I put two things down, I didn't even check all this stuff off. I end up doing one, especially in this like whole doctor-y thing. And I think that got moved over too. So I just, less is more. I think if I just put one thing, there's certain areas where I could put a bunch of stuff down because it's just like a reminder of things that need to get done in that week, particularly like with work. But in categories that are not like my day-to-day life, like doctor's appointments and stuff and like different financial tasks, I'm realizing I need to put one thing down. You'll see work on P&L gets bumped again. So there's that. And then this week I used the date, the big, I think these are large dots, did that. And I did use this stuff, I drew in a line here and put in like the weather with our weather stickers. This I like because I think from a farming standpoint and understanding different things going on with, you know, what happens on our farm, our animals, grass, garden, all that good stuff, this will be a good thing. But I feel like, I keep feeling like with the farm stuff, what I need to do is put that in the big Moxie in the month view, because that's a really easy way for me to flip back to the month spreads and at a glance see when we move the animals, when things happen with the animals, what the weather was like that day, all that kind of stuff. So I liked doing this, but you'll see I did not keep up with it this coming week. So that's kind of that. This particular week, this was last week, I was kind of like, I had been really good about on Sundays pre-planning, like going in, sitting down in my office and like putting down my stickers, like my, you know, covering up the dates, writing the dates in, putting my headers. This I like threw down on a Monday on the 7th of this week. And I just kind of, you can see I didn't have any more of the highlight headers that I wanted printed. So I just grabbed these and I didn't even end up writing down like, this should be work, because I was like, oh, I'll grab my transparent stickers that say work and home, and I never did that. So this was like work, this was business, this was, oopsie, oh, that's gonna look bad now, who cares? Home. So this is kind of sloppy, but sometimes it just needs to work. I do like highlighting the time and the appointment on my schedule side. I don't know, I just like how that looks. This section I've been using for tasks that are related to my goals. So like, I don't even know what I need to say like for. That was pretty much it. So this is kind of like my goal section. I wonder if I should put a goal sticker there. We'll see. So you can see this is a pretty kind of like down and dirty, just functional week. It's not aesthetically pleasing. I tried to do again, each day was a different color. I didn't have any of these strips in teal in my stash, so I used the highlighter. Same here, I had two. I didn't have a third one. So this looks kind of messy, but I also kind of don't care because it is a planner. And you can see kind of my styles. I check things off when they're done. If I'm not sure about something or it doesn't need to be important or I need to ask at work, I'll put a question mark. So this is kind of like bullet journal-y stuff. Dot meaning in progress, arrow meaning bump it to the next day. So you can kind of see how this ended up. If an appointment gets moved, taking, you know, notes, moved that again. So this is basically, see, I didn't have stickers here. So this one was kind of like a hot mess. Saturday and Sunday, sometimes I'll write down tasks or notes, but I, again, don't do any plannering, like stickering. Here is this week. I see, sometimes I preemptively move a task. Like I wasn't planning on filming a video, but I'm doing it right now. So I actually can mark that off. Oh, and we just went and paid our water bill. So I marked that off. So basically I've been just using my mild liner highlighters, used the wrong color here, and setting my goals, my weekly goals. And if there's like notes, I've been trying to do that too, write in little notes just to kind of jog my memory if I'm flipping back through things and need more detail on stuff. So there's that. And let's see. This was my attempt to make this Valentine's Day. I did this last year too, guys, in my horizontal. I used the light red and I did not like it. So I don't know why I did this again. There's something that feels like when I do a holiday, that color should coordinate, and every time I do it, I don't like it. So I don't know. I also had all of the date dots except for I had already used the 16 when I did a multicolor thing, so we're just blank. This is just real. I guess I should just put this, there we go. That was the 16th. So this looks weird, but I don't really care. So basically what I did here is I tried to use this a little more. I drew that line again, and initially I wrote down one day, Monday's weather, and didn't do it again. So that was kind of a fail. I did use our little header flags, blank header flags, to write when I had my classes that I was teaching. I used our circle exclamation point to write when certain emails are due, but clearly I never went back and put one there. My mom had to have a procedure done, so I put a little heart there. And then this was this week. So I used my highlight headers, my time strips. I put my goal-oriented tasks on this side. I did use our circle star because this time strip, because I'm using the ones that start at 6 a.m., doesn't go late enough, and my class I teach is at 5:30 p.m. So I just kind of put that under work. I don't love that. I wish I would have had the right time strip. And I didn't use a cover strip. I didn't have those left in my stash either. Clearly I need to tell Matt to print me some stuff. But so that doesn't look as beautiful as I would like it. And you can see, again, just down and dirty and simple. This was blue this day, gray that day. Nothing really changed as far as what I was doing. Writing some notes, scratching some stuff out. I really embraced just like messy plannering. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I've got a little, so this will be for the last week of February. Started to write down some of my weekly action steps, because what I'll usually do is I'll go through the previous week and see if anything didn't get done. I bump it to the next week or cancel it altogether if it doesn't seem relevant anymore. And that's, or if there's something during the week I'm thinking, oh, next week for work I need to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to cross this off. That's how I do that. So then so far, this is what I have. So I kind of scratched this sticker up, but I used our cover strip, and then we also came out with, which I need your guys' opinion. We came out with transparent day of the week stickers. And we were kind of looking around on Etsy and different planner shops to see the size people usually make these. And this was around the size that we saw, but even on camera, you're probably thinking, Jess, this is really freaking small. So in each font, it's gonna show up a little different because we were trying to keep the height of the thing so it stays in here. But I feel like these may need to be bigger. So if you watch this video and you're like, Jess, that is freaking small. Now some of you may like small stickers. Maybe you're using the Hobonichi or a bullet journal and you think these sticker sizes are fine. Let me know if you think we should do a bigger version, maybe a version that's more like the size of the words in the highlight header, if that seems more legible. Because again, what we were trying to accomplish, now that I'm looking at it here, it's just really tiny. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. If these are stickers you guys are into, tell me if you think these are too tiny. Anyway, so that's kind of what I did. As I put down one of these for each day, I feel like probably what I would do is if I had my smaller date dots, I might have put the date there and then put this next to it. Or maybe we need transparent numbers. Let me know if you think we need that. I know we can all write on our planner, but some of it is like how clean it looks when like the fonts match and it's like the pretty handwriting. Anyway, so we have the day of the week ones, 4 different textiles, same with the month. So let me know what you guys think about these, and if you want to see these in a bigger size, that would be really helpful to know. The other thing we made, which I think is cool, I don't know what you guys are going to think, is we did our highlight headers in transparent. So I know transparent stickers are really popular right now. And I thought, well, this kind of looks almost like you just took a mild liner and wrote it. So it's a little cleaner looking than, say, like the heaviness of a matte sticker. Just to kind of show you, do I have it in blue? And you can see, so that's when it's transparent. That's when it is a sticker. So I don't know, we're releasing them tomorrow and seeing how they do. If you guys want to see these maybe with a different font, maybe a non-script font, or this is something that you're like, no, I'll just buy the matte ones. I don't care about transparent. Curious to hear what you think about those. I think that's it for the new stuff. So that's kind of, oh, the only other thing, I know this conversation's all over the place. The other thing we launched is my friend Corey, a fellow planner girl, she uses the Hobonichi and she really likes our time strips for Hobonichi. And she requested them in the mild liner gray color. So we are going to release all the time strips in our mild liner colors. So not just the Moxie colors anymore. So for those of you that use a Hobonichi cousin and you use mild liners, now our time strips are going to be in those colors too. So I think that'll help for Hobonichi people. Okay, so that's kind of how I have set up so far next week. I will go in and add, once Matt makes the rest of these, I will go in and add the rest of my headers. I already put the one appointment I have. I have my appointment strips here, Saturday and Sunday, and then that will be it. So that is my current planner setup, update, whatever. So really quick, I'm gonna try to make this quick anyways. I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about how we are going off of social media. So I announced in the Facebook group this past Wednesday, which was yesterday, I have decided that I'm going to go off of social media, off of Facebook and Instagram. We're going to stay with YouTube, and we're just going to continue to connect with you guys using our email list. So if you've not signed up for our email list and you want to stay up to date with new releases, when I release videos, announcements, sales, all that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. There's a link in the description. But I've been thinking about getting off of social media for a long time. I really have a love-hate with it. The thing I like is being able to connect with people that are like-minded and have similar interests to me, like my planner people here, all of you guys, as well as my farm people. But what I've found is over the past few years, social media has really become more of a frustrating, annoying space for me than a fulfilling space. Again, I still have great conversations with people, and it's fun to connect with customers and like-minded people, but I just don't feel like it's giving me as what it used to, and it's as fulfilling. And as a business owner, an online business owner, it is a little scary to say I'm not going to be on social media or Facebook anymore. But I also feel like as a business owner with an online business, I feel like organic social media has really not been a great tool like it used to be. The algorithms this is like a never ending, you're constantly chasing this target that's changing. In order to be seen, you have to do all the things that they want you to do to get your posts seen and do reels and I don't have time for all that stuff, quite honestly, and I don't care for it. So in order to leverage social media organically, to me, it's just not worth it. And we've seen over time, if we're not posting every day and posting a ton of stories and doing all this, investing all this time, that people aren't even seeing our stuff. They're not engaging with our stuff. I just feel like social media has really changed, I guess, in my opinion, in my experience, for the worse for business owners without an incredible amount of effort. And I'm really tired of mindlessly scrolling, and all of those little tiny minutes you mindlessly scroll add up over the course of a day, and I do not even want to look and see how much time I spend on this thing. That I could freaking write a book with probably all the time I've wasted scrolling. And I'm just kind of sick of being, what I've been saying is plugged into a curated feed and giving social media platforms my power as a business owner, as a person, because they're not what we call marketing owned assets. They're awareness assets. These platforms can do whatever they want, show you whatever they want to show you, no matter what you do, versus our email list and our website, we have control over that. So along with my reasoning, Matt and I had been considering together going off social media, and we were doing some research about the business and social media and looking at Makselife's Instagram and Inkle Presses and different people's and trying to see are they getting engagement? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Is it worth it for us? And then I stumbled onto Tanya Dalton's, her personal brand page. And she had this post up that she was going off of social media. I don't follow her stuff. I don't pay attention to her podcast, her methods. I don't read her content, none of that. It's not my jam, even though we make Inkle Press stickers. So there's this podcast episode called Taking a Stand, and it was all about why she's leaving social media. Matt and I sat on our bed and listened to the whole, I think it was 24, 27-minute episode, and I'm oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. And most of what she said, both of us could totally relate to, and I'm you know what? Maybe we should finally get off social media. And so that was kind of the nudge we needed to just do it. So basically what we're going to do is, as of March 1st, the print shop and myself will no longer be on Instagram or Facebook. I've yet to decide if I'm going to completely deactivate them for now, or I'm just not going to have them on my phone or go into these apps. So I'm trying to decide. If I deactivate, I think the way it works is you won't see my profile or the business profile. if I just stop using them, you can see them even though I'm not interacting. So there's pros and cons to each. So what we're going to do is starting March 1st for 30 days, we're going to do an experiment of being off. Again, I'm not sure exactly in what capacity, how I'm going to do it. And then the goal would be to permanently be off of social media from then on. So that's my shtick there. So if you want to stay connected, like I said, I'm going to continue to make videos. I'm going to see what I can do frequency-wise and what makes sense and what people are interested in when it comes to videos. I think they, and sometimes have more value, but I also know sometimes people don't have time to consume a longer video. So I don't know, I'm just trying to think about how I want to put my effort in there. It is a little harder for me these days to balance the print shop, this part, the content and the marketing piece, because I do have a full-time job now. So things are a little bit different, but I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, as you saw, as I flipped through here, and I've said in past videos, like when I'm showing you guys my planner, it is like real life. There's not much fancy going on. This is just how I plan. So if that feels useful to you, I don't think that's probably useful every week, because I don't know that you want to look at like these boring to-do lists every week. So I don't know if you have thoughts on that. Some people like the life update part of it. Some people are like every other week's fine. Again, I'm not doing anything like how-to-ish, tutorial-ish. It would be just more like, here's my planner. Here's our new releases. How's things going? So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know your thoughts. So basically, if you are in our Facebook group, the other thing is I'm going to be closing the Facebook group because I won't be in social media. I won't be able to moderate the group or engage in it, which makes a Facebook group basically useless. So if you are in the group, you can go back and watch my Facebook Live I did on Wednesday that talks more about this whole leaving social media thing. But what I have to do, well, I'm still going to be closing the group. So on the 28th of September, I have to go in and delete all of our members, which is like 900 and something members. And then I have to close the group. There has to be no members in it in order for me to close it. So I have to go through that process. And then that'll be gone. I have found over the past couple of years, I think things have also changed in the planner community where Facebook groups aren't as, at least in my experience, as engaging and useful as they used to be when it comes to plannering. Now that may just be the nature of our particular group. It's also been harder for me to engage in the group again with now having a job. And I think also the Facebook algorithms, I don't think people see stuff that we post in the group half the time. So I don't know, I think there's a lot of factors, but I'm going to close the group. Like I said in the Facebook Live in the group on Wednesday, if people are interested in having a space, like a forum style space, that's something I can look into. I don't know if that's something people want or need. Like I said, in the past year or so, there's not been a lot of engagement and connection in our Facebook groups. I don't know if that's a need for people. You guys would have to tell me what your thoughts are. But, okay, I think that's it. All right, guys, so that was my update planner, new releases, how I'm using my planner, I'm leaving social media, how, life thing. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know your thoughts on a few things. If you are wanting some kind of space to connect with planner people, let me know, and I'll see if that's something that I can do. Let me know if you think you'd like a bigger option of these, if this is a kind of sticker you would use. I feel like there's one more thing I was going to ask you. Thoughts on any kind of, if you like this kind of video content, I don't know, just let's chat below. And make sure if you aren't on our email list, you join that, because like I said, there will be no more social media updates as of March 1st. All right, friends, that is all. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next video.